calling out Joe Biden's excessive use of the Autopen while in office over the weekend, posting a picture of presidential portraits replacing Biden's with a picture of an Autopen. Turns out that Biden's Autopen signature appears on a surprising number of official documents. What exactly is an Autopen? Well, it's a device used to make an automatic or remote signature. And it's been used by celebrities and presidents going all the way back to Harry Truman. I even use it to sign my own books when people want me to sign my book. Anyway, Obama even used it to reauthorize the Patriot Act in 2011. And a 2005 memo from the Bush Justice Department declares that documents signed via Autopen are fully valid. But the memo did offer an interesting caveat. Quote, we emphasize that we are not suggesting that the president may delegate the decision to approve and sign a bill, only that having already made this decision, he may direct a subordinate to affix the president's signature to the bill. And that's the question at hand. Did Joe Biden know what he was signing? Trump says no. He claims Biden's use of Autopen on many crucial documents may make them invalid.
And Biden and his people, and his probably Autopen. It looked like we had an Autopen for a president, and we would have been better off if we had probably. But it looks to me like, that's a big subject. I'm sure you won't ask about that, but the whole subject of Autopen, did he know what he was doing? Did he authorize it? Or is this somebody in office, maybe a radical left lunatic, just signing whatever that person wants?
So, to follow up on the Biden Autopen, are those executive orders, those pardons from the president now null and void?
I think so. It's not my decision. That'll be up to a court. But I would say that they're null and void, because I'm sure Biden didn't have any idea that it was taking place. And somebody was using an Autopen to sign off and to give pardons.
This is a guy whose staff famously kept bad polling numbers from him as his campaign was falling apart. What else was he not told? Brett Tolman is a former U.S. attorney and the executive director of Right on Crime. All right, Brett, I'm so glad you're on for this segment because we all get it, okay? You can have an Autopen. If you direct the person to actually use an Autopen and you are approving of what the Autopen is being used for. But let's talk about the debate that we all saw that showed that Joe Biden was cognitively declined. The decision by the special counsel, who said that Biden was he's an elderly man with a poor memory, so we couldn't even prosecute him because saying he was incompetent. The Democrats pulled him out from running for president because they didn't think he was competent, and yet all of a sudden everything he does is okay with an Autopen. How do we get to the bottom of this?
Well, Judge, you're exactly right. You and I have spent a lot of time in the courtroom, and most of the time there's a lot of evidence that goes to intent, and it goes to the knowledge of an individual, whether they're being prosecuted or whether it's a witness on the stand. Competency becomes a critical analysis of both judge, jury, and prosecutors. Here, the president is absolutely correct to call this behavior out, to require that somebody take a close, hard look at the facts in this case and assess whether or not was this an Autopen that was under the direction of someone besides the President of the United States. And if it was, then we want an analysis of whether the president had the intention to sign the documents that they use the Autopen for. They can't have it both ways. They can't simultaneously say, we're going to get rid of Joe Biden because we think he's not mentally or physically capable of being president, but oh, by the way, he's just fine on his way out, signing document after document, official document on behalf of the United States.
All right, Brett, so the Department of Justice should investigate this. How does it start? Because we know that the longer he was in office, the more left and progressive those Autopen signings were used for that progressive leftist agenda.
Well, I think it needs to be the department. I think there are plenty of issues surrounding the pardons, for example, of the January 6th Commission, of individuals such as his family members, that they did these preemptive pardons. there's plenty there for the department to say, you know what, we want to see the facts. We want to see that it was authorized, that he knew about it, and that he authorized us to use the pen.
It'll be very interesting, Brett. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. And